Hi, today we'll just be leveling our guy up. Not much to say about it. Well, last time we met the mercenaries, we talked a little with them. We beat a dude up. I don't think we beat Raul. Yeah, he's still pretty tough. Sentenza's cool. Is that Sentenza? Yeah. Okay, so now we just have a few quests to do. And actually, I was thinking, so the skill point thresholds on like strength, dexterity and all that go 30, 60, 90 and then 120. So until we get to that 60 threshold, we can easily get one more point in strength, up to a nice round 50, and you'll see, because I did some research while I was off stream, and I found a weapon we can use in short. So yeah, one more strength, up to 50. Now, I don't know exactly where it is, but it shouldn't be too hard to find. I'm looking for an axe, a woodcutter's axe, and actually once we hit one more level we can get 5 additional points and get a halberd. Although I would like to get more skill points in the fighting skill, because then we hit more often. It's just way better in every aspect. I think the fighting skills go 30, 60, 90 as well, with most teachers not being able to teach us above 60. But we'll figure something out. By chapter 6, we'll get guys on our ship, and then they just have the max limit on everything, on every stat. Yeah, I forgot the method to fight these guys, and they are beating me quite easily. But there's the windmill behind them, and supposedly the axe is lodged into the windmill. And yeah, I can't fight very well just yet. I hope I can just squeeze through. Just leave me be. Okay. And yeah, there it is. I never knew it existed. But now we have a weapon with 50 damage. It's 5 more than our wolf's tooth. It's like Rod's sword, right? Could be. And besides that, we have 19% to hit on it. Now let's try these buggers. Get it? Because they look like bugs. But I don't want to lure them over to the farmers. I have a save anyway. Check this out. Okay, a lucky hit, but we are a lot slower. This sucks. So for now, I'll keep this, but for now maybe let's still use the little sword. Let's find and fight some wolves, maybe do some quests, and then once we hit the next fighting level, so that's like 2 more levels of the character, then we'll fight a little bit better. Let's eat up on some herbs. Oh, maybe I could get the leather belt, but the belt of force is just so nice to have.
Hey, you!
Let's talk to the villagers.
Hello, beautiful maid.
Stop trying to sweet-talk me, boy, and tell me what you want. I'm busy.
How's the field work coming?
Look at these huge fields we have to work, and you know how we're doing. Are you looking for farm work?
No, actually, I want to become a mercenary.
Then you're in the wrong place. You can usually find the mercenaries on the landowner's farm.
Okay. Now this guy, I think, wants to fight me. And he has the woodcutter's axe too. Let's try him.
So where are we headed then?
Are you the foreman here?
I'll give you one upside the head, you rascal. If you want to go ambling across my land, you'll pay me 5 gold coins, or you're in for a good thrashing.
Well, let's try fighting him. Otherwise,
Your
I'll just
land?
avoid him.
Are you the
because
farmer
he just
here?
stands in the middle of nowhere.
You can bet on that. Why else would I make you pay me a toll? I don't mind if you go ask the others about me.
Forget it. You won't get anything from me.
Then I'm afraid I'm gonna have to tan your hide.
Come on and try it then.
Well, in that case...
Does he have like 30% to hit? Because he attacks really quickly. I think he might. But as long as I just bop and block... should be able to get him. That's the strat here. There we go. 200 XP. And I'm taking that axe, even though I already have one. So nice gold. And an apple. The apples are really nice. 10 or 20 of those? And we get +1 strength, something like that. I know it's 50 dark mushrooms to get +5 mana.
Don't you try that again.
So, still got that big mouth?
Don't beat me, please! I'll even go back to work, okay?
Hey, what about you, Balthazar?
Hey. How are things?
Ah, a new face here on the farm. Has the old skinflint finally granted me an apprentice?
I'm not an apprentice.
Oh, I see. I'm not as young as I used to be, you know, and I've been waiting for a replacement for years. You aren't here because the neighbors are annoyed, are you?
What's the work you do here?
Oh, I guard the sheep, and I've been doing that for as long as I can remember. The animals are very loyal and very smart, you see. If you treat them well, they'll follow you for a lifetime.
Well, that's great.
What's the trouble with your neighbors?
The grass on this side of the big field is always so stunted and dry, so I mostly go to the big pastures of the other farmers. Ooh, the landowner doesn't mind, but Bengar, the farmer on the high pastures, always makes a big deal out of it when I take the animals up there. He says Sekab should pay if I take his animals onto Bengar's pasture, but Sekab won't spend a measly coin for that, so I can't go up onto the plateau anymore.
Aw. Let's go and do that for you. Shouldn't be
Maybe I should
too
talk
big
to
of an issue.
Bengar.
You do that for me? What will you tell him? I mean, I don't want any trouble here.
We'll see about that. Everything else all right?
Oh, I can't complain. Thanks for asking.
Balthazar is a nice guy. Now, I don't know about you. Hill.
Well, kiddo?
That's no way for a farmhand to talk to me. Just how often do I have to remind you?
Are you in charge here?
No, I'm only Sekup's son. But once my old man is no longer with us, then all the land you can see here will belong to me.
Amazing.
Sure you can handle it?
Is that how you always treat your field workers?
Of course, they need that. Whoever doesn't toe the line here gets thrashed. That's the way it goes.
There's this guy who demands a toll from every passerby, claiming he's the farmer.
Yes, I know. That's Bronco. He does whatever he wants. Not that I haven't pounded it into him 1,000 times that he should finally get back to work.
But
He just doesn't do it. My father's quite annoyed with me that I still haven't managed to persuade him to go back to work.
maybe I can help you.
Do you mean that? Okay, listen. If you can get Bronco to go back to work, I'll pay you, shall we say, 10 gold pieces? What do you say?
Sure.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
But hurry up about it.
I could have asked him for more money, but I don't really need it. And besides, there's Bronco. He's working. Already beat him. But maybe there's some dialogue that we need to check off.
So, still got that big
No.
mouth?
Don't beat me, please. I'll even go back to work, okay?
Okie dokie. Huh. Not being able to fight very well is really troubling. Because I can't get experience if I can't kill anything, you know?
Hey, you!
But 2 levels, and all that should be fixed.
Bronco's back at work.
Really? That's terrific.
Yeah, and now I want my cash.
Well, business is business, right?
Hey,
Anything
you!
more?
So what do you do when you're not busy playing ruler of the farm?
Stand guard. The filthy militiamen from the city are coming onto our land more and more often and stealing everything they can get their hands on. Only last week the bastards were here, and they took some of our sheep. If I could get my hands on one of them, I'd make short work of him.
But of course. Why don't the mercenaries help you against the militia?
Before they even turn up, I've already driven them off.
Okay.
I need to talk to your father.
He hasn't got time, but I'm his deputy. What can I help you with?
By introducing me to your father.
You're a real tough guy and a good fighter, huh?
The best.
I think maybe I better get him then.
Never mind, boy. I'll find him, I'm sure.
If you say so.
So that was pointless. But there he is, in his armchair. Let's save. He could be a toughie.
What are you doing on my land? There's nothing here to steal. Clear off.
Isn't there a piece of land in this blasted country that doesn't belong to anyone?
Go to work. Then maybe someday you can call a piece of land your own. But until then, kindly loaf around somewhere else.
Aren't the people just nice?
Listen,
I don't have any work for you at the moment. Now go.
Okie dokie. Whatever you say, old man. Doesn't he have a wife? Maybe she can have a quest for me. I just need experience, but next we're going to Bengar's farm. And over there we can also get a piece of the treasure for Greg.
how's it going?
You're not one of us, huh? I'd get out of here if I were you.
Why?
This wasn't a paradise before, but at least we were left in peace as long as we did our work for Sekob. But lately it's become unbearable. Bandits are everywhere, field raiders destroy the entire harvest, and the landowner is getting to be pretty brutal.
Are you afraid of the landowner then?
You bet. If the landowner doesn't like people's faces, he sends his mercenaries after him, and that's the last you see of them. So we prefer to keep our mouths closed.
Shouldn't the mercenaries take care of the field raiders?
I don't know what they're being paid for, but certainly not to help us common people. The field raider problem is left to the small farmers who rent the fields from him.
How do you protect yourselves against the bandits?
We don't. We run away. What else?
Keep your chin up.
That's not so easy if you're working for Sekob, the slave driver.
Oh well. A stone circle, huh? Shouldn't there be... Do I still have the list? I don't remember what it's called. King Sorrel. Well, apparently they are supposed to be near stone circles, but since this one is in the middle of the farm, I guess someone picked it already. But they did leave all those healing plants, so I'll take them. Another one, and the meadow knotweed. Okay, so now we just gotta go over there. There will be a few more field raiders on the way, but we should be able to sneak by, unless there's like, well, there'll never be just one of them hanging around, and lurkers too. Okay, so there are two guys. I can try and sneak past them, but looky here. Sword. Bandit's rapier. And a special thing about them is that they have the letter F scratched in the pommel. Neat. Let's save. Heal up a little bit. I should do that in the reverse order. For some reason I just never do. I should first heal, then save, but... Now, let's lure them one by one. If I can. And then try and get him stuck on the wall. Because then I can just spam... Ah, it didn't work.
Nothing there.
They have some serious damage. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so much. Don't wanna risk it. I'll check a potion. Only have 2 left. Oh, and of course there are more. Their attacks are also really hard to spot when they actually hit. Because they seem to hit once their animation starts. And it just kinda looks wonky. Also, there's a hole in the rock. But let's skip those for now. They do give 80 XP per raider. But no way am I able to tackle 3 of them at once. Oh, I did see some scavengers over by the tavern though. Oh, and speaking of scavengers, if Gothic 1 advice still holds up, I can lure them one by one. They are not a herd, unlike wolves. Yeah, they are much easier. They don't hit for nearly as much, and they do give 70 XP. That's a lot. And their animations are a lot more forgiving. You don't really have to pay attention to how I'm swinging at them. That's nice. Come on. There we go. If I do get that hit, it's game over for them. Okay, a couple more, but I'm just looking for plants at this point. Also, there's a camp. That's a bandit camp. And no way I can handle bandits right now. That was easy. And I also need to cook my meat. Actually, there could be a stove over at Bengar's. And Dragon Root. Dragon Root is really nice, it gives us strength. And later on we'll be able to turn it into a potion of strength. So instead of 1, it'll give us something like 3? How much does the... Yeah, should be 3. And once 1 point of strength costs like 4 or 5 learning points, it's gonna be worth it investing into potion making. So yeah, here we are. Couple of mushies. So let's go find Bengar and ask him about the whole Balthazar thing, and then we probably gotta go back and tell Balthazar the good news. But oh well, there should also be that spot marked by Greg. Any named farmers over here? See an Innos shrine. Malak. Oh, and the guards shouldn't... Wait, but...
Hey,
I thought they were taken care of.
Everything all right?
Yet another day laborer who doesn't know where to go? No problem. Talk with our farmer Bengar.
What are you doing
Okay.
here?
I'm the shepherd here. It's not exactly a demanding job, but now and then you really have to watch out, especially if you get too close to the pass.
What do you know about the pass?
Not much, just that it leads to the old Valley of Mines that was surrounded by the barrier until a few weeks ago. Back then, the only thing we farmers had to be afraid of was the monthly caravan that took all kinds of goods to the Valley of Mines. Those cutthroats often made life difficult for us out here.
A lot of dialogue.
Where can I find the pass to the old Valley of Mines?
Near the two waterfalls on the other side of the high pastures.
What is it they say about the Valley of Mines?
All sorts of things. Some of the boys say they've heard screams at night. Some have seen strange lights over the mountains. But if you ask me, it's all just old wives' tales.
Have you ever been to the Valley of Mines?
No, but I go near the pass once in a while. Then I always see those two paladins who stand around and keep watch. It looks like they're making sure that nothing comes out of the valley. Back then, the Valley of Mines was a natural prison. If you went in, you never came out again.
Tell me more about the paladins. How long have they been posted there?
A week or two, I suppose. I don't know exactly. Some time ago, there was even a whole troop of them that disappeared into the pass. Since then, I haven't seen them again.
Well, we'll be going into the Valley of Mines soon enough.
I don't see any women here at all.
You got that right. This is a man's farm, so to speak. Works pretty well, I think.
Hey.
Don't work too hard.
I'll try.
Ow. Bengar.
You're the farmer here?
You could say so, but I'm really just a tenant. All the land here is owned by one big farmer.
How do you make a living?
Mostly hunting and the wood we cut. Of course, we also raise sheep and work the land. O&R saddles me with all these laborers, and I have to keep them busy somehow. Only a few of them are good hunters, you see. Another one of those things.
Oh, blood flies. Did he seriously aggro on that?
Gummy beast.
Oh no! Now they're gonna kill every one of them. No. Oh, this is a mess. Let me see if I... Oh, all the way back to the scavengers. Yikes. But I... One, I don't want them to die to lurkers. And two, I want that XP. But how did even Bengar aggro from such a high range? Maybe because he considers the guys his friends, and also this scavenger really doesn't want to die. Please give me a hit before I die. Can't really afford to get hit anymore. Yikes. That was a terrible fight. See, that's why you save as often as you can. You forget to save once and it's annoying. Hey there, Uberp. How you doing? Long time no see, huh? Last time I saw you, I was still in Gothic 1. Let's check the big one. Let's go. This time I'll save. I'm alright. Actually, I'm quite excited. Probably around tomorrow I'll be buying a new GPU. And that means that next week I'll be able to play Dying Light 2 really, really comfortably. Other than that, I finished God of War like 2 days ago. Because it came out on PC and it's a great game. I seriously do recommend it. Come on. Oh, well, yeah, do get around to doing it. I'm trying to 100% it, hopefully before Dying Light 2 comes out. And I wanna buy the AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT. Ah, that's a mouthful. 8 gigs, supports ray tracing, it looks really powerful. So, yeah. I'm actually switching from Nvidia to AMD. Last year, almost exactly a year ago actually, I switched from an Intel CPU to AMD. No issues, honestly. And now I'm switching from an Nvidia card to an AMD, and I just hope that all the drivers are gonna play nice. But I always get worried. When I was building this PC, I was just praying that it will actually turn on. And it did. It works to this day, so... Now, let's go and kill those bloodflies. Let me save first. I may need to heal up. 2k more XP. Because these guys get aggroed if they come too close, and that sucks. Oh, and the lurkers. No, 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 no. No, please don't come. Come on, die, die, die. Ah, damn it. Yeah, that's why I saved. I can try using firebolts. Firebolts should kill bloodflies instantly, but it seems like a waste for bloodflies. You know? And man, this year is honestly super exciting for me. First, God of War came out, together with Monster Hunter Rise, which I haven't been playing nearly as much as I should. But I still adore it, and I will get around to it. But now Dying Light is coming out too.
Another one of those
Dying Light is a game, damn it, I seriously love. I bought the first one when I was still in elementary school. I played it on my PS4, because back then my PC couldn't run it. I had a lot of fun with it. And now we're getting the second one, and it looks really fun. And I binged all the Dying to Know series to know more about the game, and... yeah, let's just fireballs. An Elden Ring, and then LX2. And then probably some more. Elden Ring and Dying Light are like the two games that I'm most hyped about right now.
Another one of those things.
No, 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 no. It's 2 for 1 bloodfly. Okay, but if it aggroes and I kill it quickly enough... Let's just hope they don't aggro on it, or at least that they don't make it to the bloodfly.
One less monster.
Don't aggro on the lurker. Oh! Damn it. Yeah, I tried playing Horizon Zero Dawn a couple of months ago. I just kind of stopped. Don't really know why. I will try going back to it once I get my new GPU, because it didn't really run smoothly, and God of War didn't as well, but for a game like God of War, I think it... I was just more hyped about it, and I really wanted to experience the story and everything. And with Horizon Zero Dawn, it was more like, eh, it's a game, let's check it out.
Who said that?
Is it really true?
He should have known better.
I just really hope that they will release God of War Ragnarok on PC as well at some point. If they don't, I will be fairly sad. Now that I got invested into the universe, it would suck.
That's exactly what I said.
I'm a fan
Everything-
of Nordic mythology overall.
But
And I need to buy myself the Eddas and read them. I just love the stories, to be honest. I like how it's told. And it seems interesting that, kind of like the Greek gods, there are a lot of similarities between all the mythologies. The Nordic gods are like humans. They suck. Odin sucks. Many of them just seriously are not great people.
You're the farmer here?
You could say all the
But that makes them more, believable, you know?
I'm not telling you anything new.
How do you make a...
mostly hunting. Oh, and
Okay, we got all that. Now, this.
Has anything strange happened around here lately?
many strange things are happening these days, but none as strange as the mysterious disappearance of Pardos. He's one of my field workers, and certainly not the kind who would drop everything overnight and slink off just like that, you see.
I don't want to hear that.
Let's open the window. It's pretty hot.
It's exactly what I said.
Yeah, I tried playing God of War. I got God of War on my PS4 like a week before they announced it on PC. It was on a huge sale, so I don't really miss the money that much. But I am not a console player. Gamepads just don't fit in my hands that well. I much more prefer a mouse and keyboard, and so throwing the axe, for example, was a lot easier for me on PC.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
What exactly
Especially in
is so
combat,
strange
where
about
you
his
really need to pull off all the
Pardos is
combos.
such a timid sort. The furthest he's ever been from the farm is to the end of my fields. He would run away at the mere sight of a meat bug. Those things may not be pretty to look at, but you really couldn't call them dangerous. They say there's people who eat them. Gross.
You get used to it.
Well, controls are... different controls are for different people. And if it's comfortable for you, that's great, honestly.
Maybe he was simply fed up.
Working in the fields was his life. I cannot imagine him having gone to work for another farmer. With me, he could do whatever he wanted.
M&K? What's that?
That's all.
Any clues at all?
I think those bandits must have dragged him off. They've been roaming around this area for days now. I once saw them drag a citizen of the town off to their camp. It looked like they were gonna make him a slave.
I thought you meant Mortal Kombat, and Mortal Kombat is actually one game I can't stand on keyboard. The controls just don't make sense to me. Maybe there's something else, I don't know.
Where is this bandit camp?
At the far end of my fields, some steps lead down to a small hollow. That's where they have made themselves at home. I'd like to go look for Pardos there, but there's no way I'm going up against those guys. And you had better give them a wide berth, too. They're not known for their sense of humor.
Yeah, they still make these, right? Just like for racing games, you have a steering wheel and pedals. You probably have old school type controllers. I have a stick that I bought for Elite Dangerous, but since the renovations, it's in a box somewhere. I want to get a wheel and pedals for like American Truck Simulator and probably not much else, but maybe one day.
You're employing day laborers?
Onar sends away the workers he can't use on his farm. Then he sends them to me. I feed them and they work here for me.
That's not what I heard.
Is there multiplayer in that game, or is it a mod? I think that I saw a mod for Euro Truck Simulator. But I know this game has a... Well, I think, from what I've seen, this game has a pretty tight-knit community, which is great for games. Oh, officially? That's nice. I love multiplayer in games that can be played solo, but are kind of like the same, just better if you can play with friends, like Dying Light. That was a game that you could have went through solo all the way, but you could have done the same thing with friends, without any hitches. Monster Hunter World was kind of like that, but it had some kinks.
What do you think of Onar?
He's a greedy bastard who'll get us all hanged in the end. One of these days, the paladins will come out of the city and make us small farmers bleed for what he's doing here. But I haven't got a choice. The militiamen only come here to collect and not to defend the farm. If I held myself loyal to the city, I'd be very much on my own. At least Onar sends some mercenaries now and then to see how we're doing.
Well, Valheim would be another game like that, and the Skyrim Together mod for Skyrim, but it... From my experience, it still doesn't work all that well. I hope it will, because it looks fun.
What have you got against the royal troops?
It's obvious. There hasn't been any improvement now that the paladins are in the city. Just the opposite. Now these cursed militiamen come onto our land even more often and steal everything they can, and the paladins don't do a darn thing about it. The only paladins that I've ever seen are the 2 guards at the pass. They wouldn't budge an inch, even if the militia slaughtered us all.
The pass?
Yeah, the pass to the old valley of mines by the waterfalls at the other end of the high pastures. Ask Malak about it. He was there a couple times last week.
Oh, we did.
Balthazar the shepherd isn't allowed on your pasture?
Oh yeah, that story. I told him Sekov should pay me money if he wanted to lead the sheep into my pasture. To tell the truth, that's only harassment. I just can't stand Balthazar.
Oh. That sucks. But... Huh. I need to do a favor for him, huh?
Don't...
Okay, he doesn't have any more dialogue. It's really weird that the guards are still here. I thought they were supposed to be gone. Cord was supposed to take care of that. Maybe they'll tell me something. Maybe they got paid off? I don't know.
How's it going?
If you want to talk to Rumbold. I'm just here in case anyone makes trouble.
What are you doing here?
Beat it! Understand?
Aren't you nice?
I'm staying out of
Well,
Tell me that.
maybe if we find... Oh, well, what quest is that? The missing people... Maybe if we find Pardos, he'll let Balthazar back.
Nothing you can do about it.
We could try telling Balthazar that Banger hates him. Wouldn't be a nice thing to hear, but... Maybe it'll give me XP. Anyway, here's the X. Now, I don't know if Greg wants all of his treasure at once, or if he'll
I think I've found something.
accept it in pieces. If he will, then there's another piece in the middle of the lake. Can I make the jump? Oh, it's actually quite easy. I wonder if I could make that back up. Yeah, I totally can. Okay. But there's a problem. In the middle of that lake, there's a lurker. I can beat them. But it depends if I hit my hits. And they are still pretty tough. I don't think I've been to the middle of the island. Oh, but you know what? There could be some swamp weed too. And dragon root. Not on the island, but... Hey, dragon root! Before I save. Healy plants. Can I go into the house? Oh, why do I have a healy plant stuck on my hand? There we go. Do you have a stove? No, you don't.
Yeah, get away from here!
Do you have a campfire with a pan? No, you have a campfire with a pot. Oh well.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
So, now let's save and go get the lurker. I can use spells if need be. Don't have any big boy fireballs left, I'm afraid, but... I check. No, can't open your inventory in water. Go. Oh yeah, he hits. Okay, if I didn't get hit, oh, that might be a bad save to load.
That's no
We're fine. You never know with Gothic. I'll try one more time without spells, because if I just time my hits, the window is pretty tight. But if I time my hits, I should be able to beat him. Also, if I get lucky. Yeah, I'm using spells.
That's no secret.
I do have an ice bolt. Ah, no, it's an ice arrow, not an ice bolt. Ooh, but it does deal 50 magic damage.
Can't rely on that.
Okay, so an ice bolt would freeze him completely and then it's free. But an ice arrow just deals damage. Still, 50 damage, twice. Oh yeah. Pull out your sword, damn it! Okay, it worked, kind of. And yeah, swamp weed. We can give that to Cypher. First we'll need to find an alchemy lab. Could be doable. We'll also check with Balthazar if he gives me any XP for telling him that Bengar just doesn't like him. Blue Alba. Swampweed. Because we need to prepare the swampweed in an alchemy lab first, or we can smoke it, as you do with weed, I suppose. I don't know much about weed, to be honest. Probably for the better. Oh, I also have the clams. So, the thing with the clams is, you can just sell them as they are. For 50, oh no. In Gothic 1 it was like half of the value, in Gothic 2 it varies per item. Or you can try opening them to get a pearl. Let's try that. Oh, we got a pearl. That's worth a lot more.
Nothing there.
And I think the chance is completely random. Oh, we can also get glacier quartz, which isn't as valuable as the clam itself, but at least it's not worthless. And once you open the clam, it disappears from your inventory. Got a leather satchel for Greg, but it's best if we don't open it. He won't be very happy about that. And sometimes when you jump into the water, the nameless hero just sinks. You gotta wait for him to sink all the way, and you gotta swim back to the surface. One game that I also would like to try once I get my new GPU is Icarus. I have it, I tried playing it, I can technically play it,
You don't have to tell me
but it's probably one game where graphics really turn me away. Because I know it could look better on my PC as it is, And it just doesn't. All the textures look like a blob. The render distance is atrocious. I don't know what's up with that game. So hopefully with a stronger GPU it'll run better. So, Greggy.
Hey.
No, you want all of them at once.
Where?
Let's see. There's an islet in the small lake with there.
You already said all that, but we can repeat it.
How are things?
So. Those mercenaries aren't much help, really. I had expected them to have a little more guts at least. But they're just a bunch of braggarts and loudmouths, if you ask me. So what about those things I buried? Have you found them yet?
No, not all of them.
Then hurry up, will you? It can't be all that difficult.
Okay, this looks like important dialogue. Let's save. Just to
Hey,
be sure.
What was your business with the mercenaries?
I already told you I'm looking for this fellow in red armor. But the idiots here have no idea what I'm talking about.
I take it you're looking for someone named Dexter?
Damn it, how would I know the fellow's name?
I know where you can find him.
Really? Tell me.
Not far from here. He seems to be the leader of an evil gang of bandits.
Ha! Yup, that's him. I knew the old landlubber'd hold up here somewhere. Now, all I need to do is scour all the hideouts and rat holes around here. I'll find that bastard. Don't need your help for that.
You know what? It's only 50 XP. I want to roll back that save, because I don't know if he disappears after we tell him, and there goes his hat again. What is up with that thing? Balthazar. But yeah, he might disappear and then we can't turn his items in. But once we do, we want to tell him, because then he helps us kill all the bandits. I think he gives us XP for that, even if he doesn't. It's not like I could kill them by myself anyway. We'll see. Maybe at that point I can. I hope. But Balthazar.
Hey. Where?
We know where to find it, but no. He doesn't want anything more. Do you think I can find an alchemy lab somewhere at Ona's farm? I can try. You'd imagine that there would be one. Doesn't hurt to see, and we can sleep through the night because it's getting dark. Not really just yet, but it will soon. Guild Raiders, yep, of course. We can try killing this dude. Well, not killing, but fighting this dude. The lack of ability to fight really hurts. I don't know if maybe I put too much into strength. Because the first real two-handed weapon we can use is the rusty axe.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Unless you count the pickaxe. Which you could, I guess. But yeah, the woodcutter's axe is... rather, the rusty axe is the first real two-handed weapon you can use. That requires 40 strength and I'm at 50. That's 2 levels of different... Yeah, I guess. Let's, Did I talk to Jarvis after I beat up Rod? Maybe he'll be... happy.
How many of Silvio's men are still on my list? Rod looks a little worse for the wear.
Good. Keep it up. I expect you to rough up at least 3 of them.
Yeah. Let's look for an alchemy lab. Gomez. Not here. Maybe in the big house.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Nobody's telling you anything new from me if he doesn't see that.
Probably won't mind. Wife. Owner's wife, that is. Those chests look like they could be really easily opened. The problem is that there are people watching.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Alchemy lab?
Nobody will learn anything from me.
That's where Lee sleeps. Nope. No alchemy lab anywhere. I can't make weed.
Yeah, he really said that.
Tell me that is.
Lee has some dialogue for me. If not, then nope. I'll just be going back to Corinnes. Then we can look through the woods, I guess. Oh, the young wolves. Right. We can do that as well. In the morning. And it teaches us how to fight. Okay. Not much else we can do right now. Right here.
Will it ever change anything from me? Telling you anything.
I don't like going into the woods. They used to freak me out as a kid. They still are pretty spooky. Especially if you find skeletons. And you can find skeletons in woods in Gothic 2. You can find orcs in the woods. And that's not something you want to find in the woods. Oh yeah, let's help Pepe out. Kill the wolves. Now, I can't lure them one by one, because they will just run at me as a pack. It's best if I just rush at them. But they tend to jump away after a hit. They are young wolves, but there are 4 of them. That's the thing. I got 2 firebolts. And that's my only option right now. And I got spells, I can use them. One for you. Ah, damn it. Oh, now it's only 3 wolves, and one of them got stuck in a tent. That bought me some time. Should be able to finish him off. Yeah, it's just 1 left. Okay. But I'm 2 firebolts shorter, and I don't have any right now because of that. Oh, did I not wear a bow? I can, just to scout out if any of those are young. There's a boar, there's a ghost light. I don't like that. Why would you ever herd sheep in here?
Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there.
Okay. Pickaxe. Yes. Bread. Here. Is that milk? It's milk. Oh, it's milk. The Hungry Hunter. A bottle of milk, a loaf of bread, and ham. What does he mean by ham? In Gothic 1 there was an item called ham. And there also was raw meat. And fried meat. But I don't know if there is like ham in Gothic 2. Oh, a lot of skins though. Even some sheepskins. Osprey will be happy. I'll get a lot of gold for that. And in this chest, there's not much. Well, let's go talk to Pepe. And then go get the supplies to the Hungry Hunter. Over by the dead trolls we killed. Because trolls are actually quite easy. Gotta stick to the butt. Gonna watch the VOD. I think it was the previous episode. I dumped them all on YouTube. If you miss any of it or you are interested. So, Pepe.
Hey, you!
Where we at?
I've done in the wolves.
250.
You did it! Thank Innos. But now I still don't know how to tell Onar that all those sheep are gone. It's all that damn Bulko's fault.
What did you say about Bulko?
He's one of the mercenaries. It was actually his job to guard the pasture. But instead, he and his pal Silvio hang around Thekla in the kitchen all day. It's that bastard's fault if I don't get paid for weeks because of the lost sheep. I wish I could at least punch him in the mouth for it, but nobody stands a chance against him. The guy's a killer.
I could try.
How are you? And how are your sheep?
I'm fine, and so are the sheep. That is, the ones that are still here are doing all right.
Okay. I miss acrobatics. It's times like these where I see a huge downward slope. I could just jump really far, but I can't. Later on we'll get some speed potions. And also teleports. Yeah, you know, that's nice, I guess. If we make it before noon, we can sleep again. Oh, this guy's beefy, I forgot. Oh no, he wants ham! Fried or even raw meat doesn't do it for him. I have bread. I have milk. Maybe in the tavern. No, I'd imagine that's where all the food would be. It's a short walk from here. Relatively. Oh, kill raiders. I feel super weak not being able to kill them, honestly. 2 levels. 1 even, and then I'll hit often enough to reliably use my axe. But then 1 more and we'll get a better moveset on it. Won't be super slow. Okay. We can see Zardas' tower from over here. He wanted him being alive to be a secret, but maybe he shouldn't have built such a high tower, you know? Just a thought.
I used to say that myself.
Yeah, what he said. Oh, I wanted to go sleep before noon, but we can do it in the tavern. We have Alaris' ring. That signifies our allegiance to the Ring of Water. That's important. We can also go kill some things with Lares if we wish. Yeah, we can go to that thing that he wanted. That would give us a lot of XP and also open up the woods a little bit behind Akil's farm. Might be a good idea. I'm gonna sleep to noon and kill those scavengers. 3 XP.
Been there, done that.
That's been known a long time.
How'd he do? Okay, so this guy has a really complicated quest line that isn't really complicated, but I never do it. For some reason.
He really should.
We can talk to him in a moment.
Who are you?
I'm Orland, the keeper of this here modest tavern. What are you looking for, stranger? Maybe a decent sword or a good piece of armor? A good swig from the country stills, or just some information? I can give you all that and more if your coins ring.
I've got no time for.
Am I being paranoid, or are you staring at my ring?
Well, I'm not quite sure what to make of that.
You don't have to tell me that.
Man, I belong to the Ring of Water.
Do you now? Hard to believe they'd pick such a
Oh,
moron.
right.
What do you want?
We're not supposed to talk about it.
How much do you charge for a room?
For a brother of the ring? Nothing.
Here's the key to the upper rooms. You pick one for yourself.
Well, thanks.
Do you know that fellow with the eye patch?
I've seen him here before. Nasty piece of work. Back then, he moved into one of my upstairs rooms. along with a huge crate. He had to be constantly nagged about paying the rent for his room. And even then, he took his own sweet time about it. Then, one day, he vanished, just like that, along with the crate. I don't want anything to do with the likes of him.
And there's more, believe me.
What kind of armor can you offer me?
I have here a very nice piece that is sure to please you.
I couldn't get away with that.
Leather armor.
I'll think about it.
As you like, but don't wait too long.
And there's more, believe me.
Show me your wares.
Certainly, brother of the ring.
You don't
Oh,
have to tell me that.
you see, that light two-hander is probably going to be my next weapon.
Been there, done that.
Ah, other than that, a ring, probably the leather belt, yeah.
I couldn't get away with
It's a
that.
ham? Ah, sure.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Am I seriously willing to go all the way back? Of course I am.
That's all just.
How's it going with your tavern?
Times have been better, you know?
Things I
People's
could tell you.
purses aren't as open as they used to be.
Do you really believe that?
Well, we
Hey,
still have
you.
time, we can talk to him.
Is the beer any good here?
It's not exactly the best, but in these bleak times, you can't be choosy.
And that's the truth.
What are you doing here?
Up until a few weeks ago, I was slaving away on the landowner's fields. One day it just got too much for me, and I took myself out of there straight away. Now I'm my own boss. Everything I own is in this chest here.
Been there, done
That's all I
that.
need, too. Interested in a little contest?
To see that, I can't help it.
What kind of a contest would that
Get
be?
away with
I
that.
call it bottoms up. The rules are quite simple.
thought of that
We take
himself.
turns ordering a tankard of the best beer the old geezer has to offer. Every tankard has to be drunk dry so that it doesn't even leave a ring if you set it on the table upside down. The last man standing wins. The loser pays the tab and a steak.
I'm not telling you
Well,
anything new.
how about it?
Maybe some other time, when I'm not in a hurry.
While we can't do it,
Nothing
we
amazes
can
me
bet on another guy doing it.
Things
Yeah.
I could tell
Could
you.
I bet on someone else, though?
Certainly. If you finally manage to find someone with the guts to go up against me, then
Who
I'll
wants
bet
to
with
know?
you. Everybody pays the same amount into a pot. The winner gets everything. The size of the stake depends on your purse.
I'm staying out
Bring
of
me
it.
someone who dares to go up against me and you've got a bet.
But no, he insisted he.
Did anything else of interest happen?
Things that-
Not that I know of. Nobody tells me anything.
That's not what I heard.
Okay. Let's go regional HP.
I'm staying out of it.
And,
No better off myself.
oh. I could ask Orlan about one more thing.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I've got no time for things like that.
But there we go. Only like an hour and a half of sleep, but hey, full health.
I'm
Ow.
staying out of it.
Orlan probably doesn't have another
That's
option.
Problem.
Yeah, but if we go and look over here,
That's not what I heard.
we'll find a closed door. And that door is gonna be fairly important, because it'll unlock fast travel for us. And of course I want that. Just so I don't have to run everywhere. But it's best if I saved. Oh yeah. Watch out for monsters. A few mole rats here. And they get stuck on the fence. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, one got through. That just means I can take care of him quickly. Oh, another one. Yeah, that's why I saved. That should be all of them here. And I forgot to check if Orlan had a stove. You can check the graves, by the way, and some of them are Easter eggs. But what I'm most interested in right here is that door. I don't know if I need to do something else for Orlan to give me the key to it. Oh, but make sure you go to that door and not that cave, because if you look real close, there are goblin skeletons. They are like goblins with the strength of a skeleton.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Yeah. So they move around everywhere like maniacs, and they hit real hard. And you definitely don't want that. Now, I know I'm low on health, but I'm guessing by the time I go back to the hunter and back, I can sleep again. I just don't want to waste any healing items.
I've got no time for things like that.
No, he doesn't mention the door at all. Probably once we continue the Ring of Water quest line, he will. Let's now go all the way back. At least there aren't any monsters here because we cleared all of them out. Because Greg. I wonder if they were to make a fairly faithful remake of this game, how pretty would it be? Now, I don't usually go for graphics in my games, with the exception of Icarus, as I mentioned. Well, really I don't. I'm playing Gothic 2 and I even played Gothic 1 in 2022. Oh, I played Gothic 1 in 2021. But, yeah, you know what I mean. This game has its age. Gothic 1 is older than me. But I love it. I think it's not about the graphical quality, per se. It's about the art direction. Same with, like, Monster Hunter Rise. That game looks like a PSP game, just with really high-res textures. And I love it. It's simple, but it's pretty. I know some people were really mad at Rise for not being a lot better than the Switch version when it came out on PC. But I honestly don't mind. It looks like that because it looks like that. And it looks good. Now, there's Hunter over there. Oh, by the way, that tower on the right, that's Dexter's place. It has a special, unique weapon called the Firebow that you can very easily miss. That's why I'm telling you about it right now. It's a burning bow with like 10 or 20 arrows, and once you run out of those, you can't use it anymore. Is it useful? No. Is it cool and people use it a lot in Machinimus? Hey. Hell yeah.
Here's the food you wanted.
All for 50 XP.
And now? Teach me how to hunt.
What do you want to learn?
Heart, teeth, mandibles, shadow's horn. Yeah, that'll be quite useful, I suppose. If we get the learning points for it, which we will. Don't worry. With the way I'm doing my skills, I will always have some left over. Now we gotta go all the way back. Sleeping would be a waste of a day, but the days really matter. Oh, once we get back to Korinis, we can finally get our money back. We haven't been in the city for so long. 1,000 XP more. Really close. Is there a good two-handed teacher in Korinis? I guess Wolfgar. Huh. We'll see. Oh, I wanted to mention Heartspace Shipbreaker is apparently coming out soon. And so once that happens, I'll try and get the game on stream. Not much more to say about it. I don't know if I'll do it after Gothic or in between Gothic. You know, just to spice it up a little bit. Not that it's a very popular game, I don't think, but I like it. It's relaxing, it's fun, honestly. I mean, people love all the German sims after all, right? There's a simulator of everything, of being a bus driver. The farming simulator games are doing really well. I played a farming simulator a long time ago. It was pretty fun. It was pretty complicated. Okay, back to the tavern. Yeah, let's just sleep through the entire day. Oh, is that a skeleton with maybe some loot? Hello. Two skeletons even? Oh, but looks like I already looted those, or maybe they just don't have anything. Goblin berries! Oh. Well, goblin berries are like dragon root, but for dexterity. So they're really nice. The dead harpy. Let me make that jump.
That was no big deal.
We gotta take the stairs.
That's really not my problem.
I haven't really eaten anything yet as well, so
That's not what I heard.
once we find a nice spot to end things for today, I will go and make myself some big boy burritos. I found the most giant tortillas in my town.
That's been known a long time.
2 days ago,
I couldn't get away.
and they're good. But the issue with them is they come in packs of 12. And I'm trying to lose weight. And a tortilla like that is like 250 calories. Which is a lot. Because you gotta put something in the tortilla. But I figured in the name of science, I can allow myself to eat some big boy burritos once in a while. And yeah, once you open them, you gotta use them as quickly as you can, or they'll go bad, they'll become stiff, and, you know, not really great tortillas. There was a burrito place in my town, really close by, that I absolutely adored. It was their second location in town, and they shut it down because of COVID. They just couldn't afford it. And it pains my heart because the other one is like on the other side of town. And I just can't be bothered to go there. There's nothing interesting there except burritos.
Traveling so far from home, out here you have to be careful, especially when you're all by yourself.
What are you doing out here?
Well, the tavern is too expensive for me. That's why I settled here. The previous inhabitants don't seem to need it anymore.
Who used to live in this camp?
No idea. Probably some hunters. I suppose it got too dangerous for them out here.
Isn't it too dangerous out here?
Well, not if you can defend yourself. My crossbow has already proven to be of service many times.
It's not all that big.
But deadly, if you know how to handle it. I used to have a bigger one. Unfortunately, I lost it. I ventured too far north into the mountains. There's a big stone circle there with a sacrificial altar. While I was hunting scavengers up there, these vile undead beings came out of the woods and attacked me. All I could do was run for my life. While I was running, the crossbow slipped from my hand. I bet it's still lying up there by that strange stone circle in the north.
Yeah, in fact it is. And we could try Go get it with Flores.
Can you teach me something?
Before I teach you anything, you'll have to improve your dexterity.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Sorry, dude. But let's go back to Corinnes. Do I have anything useful in Corinnes? Maybe some stuff about the bandits, the missing people. Oh, the delivery. And I gotta find a dude to beat up. To use the Oblivion spell on. Oh, you know what? But he's so far away, it'll be hard to troubleshoot. Oh, this sucks. You know what? I'll just check on the internet. How's the best way to do it? Because it didn't work on Ignaz. I usually do it on him, but it didn't work for some reason this time. Oh, and we can talk to this dude. I believe we didn't. Yep.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? Just look at that mess under the bridge over there. I haven't seen anything like it in my entire life. Those swine should be exterminated, I tell you.
What happened?
I was traveling with my helpers when those horrible brutes came jumping on my cart out of the blue and butchered everybody. I'm lucky that I still know how to dish out a decent right hook, or they would have killed me too.
Who were those people?
The bandits. Who else? They took over the bridge up there. They rob everybody who tries to pass the bridge. I knew they were lurking up there, so I passed under the bridge instead. But my cart and my goods must have been too tempting for them. Those scumbags simply jumped from the bridge directly onto my cart. I should have tried to steal past in the night.
That stuff there under the bridge is yours?
The cart, the goods, everything.
Look, I collected some of your stuff for you.
You can keep it. None of it is really of any value to me. The only thing that's irreplaceable are the 3 stone tablets they stole from me.
Stone tablets?
The water mage in town wants to buy them from me, and I promised he'd get them. I must have them back at any cost, or my reputation will be tarnished.
What would a water mage want with them?
He said he was going to study them, and asked me to bring him more.
Where did you get those stone tablets?
I found them near old buildings, such as mausoleums or sometimes in caves. I've already sold a whole bunch of them to the water mages in town. They're pretty rare down here, though. I found most of them northeast of Corinnes.
Why don't you simply go looking for new ones?
During that melee with the bandits, I sprained my ankle. I can still hobble along, but I don't want to walk very far on this foot.
Okay, fun fact. I think up until chapter 6, Errol is the best strength trainer in the game. So this dude is like... he's a beefcake. And he had a sprained ankle, just shut him off. Great job.
Are you a citizen of the town?
Haven't been in ages, boy. There's no love lost between me and the corrupt swine in the upper quarter of Corinnes. I used to have quite a bit of influence there, you know, but that was months ago.
You managed to drive back the bandits?
Yes, but I'm sure they're still up there on the bridge.
Can you teach me how to hit hard like that?
Of course I can.
So yeah, his teaching goes... I know it's like really high. I think it's 200, which until chapter 6 might be the only teacher that can do that.
Show me your wares.
I can't sell you anything. All my stuff lies over there, under the bridge, lad.
Right.
I can only sell you something once I get home. But I won't leave here until I have my stone tablets back.
Right. Wait, but couldn't I just give you... I only have one. Because I think he wants those. So if we found any of them elsewhere, he could go home. But yeah, over here there are like 7 or so bandits. Pretty tough. Oh, and I forgot. In this cave, there are mole rats. Nasty creatures, but they do give XP. There we go, nice hit. But the chests, unfortunately, will stay locked.
I know nothing about picking locks. I'll never get this open without the right key.
A key, you say? Oh. Because some chests can be opened with a lockpick, but some absolutely need the key. Kinda like in Skyrim, although in Skyrim I think some chests are both lockpickable and keyable. Oh, and while we're going through here, through Akil's farm, I know of a nifty little secret on the way. So if we just go over here, we can kill the rats, no biggie. Yep, some weird glitches with the screenshots on my saves. Oh, and we're getting to the hour-and-a-half mark. My game will probably crash soon. Just a heads up. But yeah, if we go along this little ledge through the trees. Oh, you're a wolf. I think he is above or below me. Keeping my camera low like that allows me to see through the trees. And yeah, here we have a militia short sword, which as a starting weapon, not really, it's worse than the wolf knife. But the ring. This ring gives us 3 weapon protection, and another ring, which gives us 3 strength. I mean, it ain't exactly a game changer, but, you know, along with the potions, it's a pretty nice skeleton to find. Oh, and we are right above the orc cave. But yeah, there are a couple of secrets like that. We can actually try looking for one more. Now we don't need to sleep to heal because Vatras exists. We can go over there, go up, and on the hills there is a dude that can teach us some stuff and whatnot, but also he has a skeleton nearby with an amulet, I believe.
Honestly, I
wait. I have anything to do with you all. Let's go and take our money from Nagor. You should have it by now. And regarding the Oblivion spell, there are 2 good candidates that I found in the comments of the Polish wiki. So, we have Valentino, which is just a great guy to beat up. For fun even. Okay? And we can just steal from Ignaz, because it turns out he doesn't get mad if we beat him up, he gets mad if we steal from him. Different values, different people. But Nagor, let me save as well, as we went all the way here.
Did you sell the wares then?
There we go.
Yeah, but for less than I thought. I only got 300 gold pieces. Part of that goes to my employers, and Cardiff gets his usual percentage, plus the gold for your commission, which leaves a total of 240 gold pieces. We'll split those as agreed. Here's your part. You did good work. I've passed that on to my employers. What comes of that is out of my hands.
Yeah, we got 80 gold. Better not ask him about that. There is one more thing we need to do for the Shadow people until they want to meet us. But do I have anything else to do in the port town? I don't think so. We could also try beating up Lemar. But you can't really see it. I think he has a really nice weapon on him. Or he just hits like a truck.
That's terrible.
Either way, from what I remember, he's pretty tough to beat. We can sell the skins to Bosper while we're here. And we can talk to Regis.
Hey, you're
Don't
new in town,
believe,
huh?
yep.
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway. But you won't be officially admitted.
So why won't they listen to me?
What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town, you're gonna have to answer to him. I was once in a brawl with a citizen. He went crying to Lord Andre and ratted me out. That little matter cost me 50 gold pieces. I was lucky that it happened at night, or others would have witnessed it. The more people complain about you in this town, the higher your penalty will be.
Who did you fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way.
See?
Has anything exciting happened?
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow. And Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
Okay, speaking of Bosper, there he is.
Where have you been gadding about for so long? I need more skins. Did you bring any?
Sure did.
I've got a few skins for you.
A sheepskin? You didn't go slaughter some farmer's sheep in the pasture, did you?
I wouldn't dream of doing that.
Wolfskin, that's good. Ah, even a shadow beast skin. Those are worth a lot. What the hell is this skin?
I ripped a troll off for that one.
That is worth a small fortune. Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
He doesn't see that. I can't help him.
Here you go.
I've heard a thing.
Oh, right. We can also give this valuable statue of Inos to the woman. So I have 1,748 gold. That's nice. That's quite a lot of gold. Okay. So I think I made up my mind. I need XP. Let's just do this. We squeeze into here. There's Joe.
Hey, you!
And don't ask me who Joe is.
Hey, thanks, man. I mean, thank you, really. And there I was, thinking I'd never get out of here.
What are you doing here?
I got locked in. The door was open, and all I wanted to do was have a little look-see. But as soon as I was inside, the guard came and locked the damn door. This is, somewhat embarrassing. I'd be very grateful if it could just remain between you and me.
I understand that wasn't exactly something to be proud of.
I think I need a drink now.
All that Inos created.
For sure. Well, now he'll be stuck there until we unload the area. But also, I wanted this heavy warhammer. It's a one-handed weapon. It's really nice. But yeah, it's 200 XP just for clipping into a wall and talking to Joe. This is Valentino.
He set himself between his brothers in order to
It's best if we
reconcile their
wait until
dispute,
night
and
to beat him up.
he did not succeed.
Hey, Mattress.
About those missing people.
Yes?
Let me tell you what I know. The farmers have lost some people as well.
I think you're on the right track. Just carry on.
I've got
Let's try giving it to him.
Can you tell me more about it?
Those are artifacts from the old culture, which we have been investigating for some time. There are several kinds of them. Some contain information about the history of the ancient people, and that is the kind I am interested in. Bring me all of those that you can find. I shall give you an appropriate reward.
Oh, well, he doesn't take it from us, so, I'll try reading about it, what exactly he gives us, but because it might be best to just hold on to them.
Can you heal me?
Gadanos bless.
Yeah. Now, I believe we haven't talked to Oregon, his name is? Yep. He runs this tavern.
Can I get a drink here?
If you have gold, you can even eat here if you like.
Show me your wares.
And, doing favors for him, so that would be beating up Valentino and giving him Lamer's book. He will give us special beer that boosts our strength.
And how's business going?
Don't remind me. Lord Andre is serving free beer at the Gallows Square. Hardly anybody comes here now, except for the rich people from the upper quarter.
What's wrong with them?
Yeah, some of those swells could really get on your nerves. Take that Valentino, for instance. I can't stand the sight of him. But I can't pick my customers. I need every coin I can make. What little I had managed to save has been stolen, along with all my silver.
You've been robbed?
Yep, some time ago. It was still rather crowded that night, and I was doing the rounds serving beer.
Okay. Game crashed because it couldn't decompress an audio file. I hope that won't happen again. Because I might need that dialogue, you know? But yeah, it's around the hour and a half mark, so that's when my game usually crashes, and oh, we saved right before Joe. Oh well, can just quickly skip through it. Come on. Yeah, should Joe? Oh, that's bad. We don't actually want to go into the tower, because then we might get stuck like Joe. Come on. How come previously it just worked and now it won't? Wiggle into there and this side?
But the light was a torment for Beliar. All that Innos created was destroyed.
It's even worse. Okay. Wow, let's try from this side maybe.
This way, nothing could exist at all.
There's a heavy warhammer. Come on, Joe. Oh, the door. The Joe.
And so he set himself between his brothers in order
Why does it work now?
And he did not succeed.
Maybe he like moved over? Oh, well, this is a problem now. I might drown. Okay. Let's try that again. Come on, just let it load. And go, boy. No, you still just... Okay, so if I swim in, it breaks. Can I swim up? There isn't much to... Yeah, he looks like he is clipped a little bit. Maybe if I approached from behind. But I will get the heavy warhammer first. I do apologize for all this. This is not how it's supposed to go at all. Or maybe I can try clipping through the door, although that's usually a little harder because the lip is smaller. Yeah. I don't think I'm clipping into that. Let's try from the other side. That's where Joe was. This looks clippable. Unless there's an invisible wall. Oh, no. No.
Hey,
There's Joe. There we go.
Hey,
Eesh.
thanks, man.
No prob, Joe. No prob.
Saw that this way
Now, Corrigan.
no light and no darkness.
And how's business?
Hardly.
What's wrong?
Yeah, take that, but I can't pick my customers. Yeah, I need every coin I can make. What little I had managed.
Right.
You've been robbed?
Yep, some time ago. It was still rather crowded that night, and I was doing the rounds serving beer. I wasn't gone long from behind the counter, but it was long enough for those bastards. I went to see the militia about it, but they couldn't find a thing, of course. Yeah. They prefer to get plastered on free beer.
Didn't crash this
Tell
time?
me about the missing townspeople.
I heard that a lot of them went missing down by the harbor. Small wonder with all that's going on down there. Even Thorben, the carpenter in the lower part of town, has lost his apprentice. Hakon, one of the merchants in the marketplace, had an especially strange tale to tell. He said that there was this fella that he used to bump into every day, and then suddenly he vanished off the face of the earth. He even went to see the militia about it. Townspeople all pretty much panicked after that. I don't know what to make of it. I think it's all nonsense. Corinthus is a rough city, and many dangers lurk outside her gates. Those who don't stay within the city walls will be attacked by bandits or eaten by wild animals. Yeah, it's that simple.
Well, we found Joe.
What is it with this Valentino?
He's filthy rich and has no need to work. And he brags about it to everybody, whether you want to hear it or not. He drinks a lot and always stays until the end. And then early in the morning, he totters back to the upper quarter. It's the same every day.
And that's how we'll get him. We will just wait until night and beat the dude up. Because right now, there are a lot of witnesses and a guard. So yeah, not doing that.
Yes?
We did this. It gave us 50 XP. Gotta do it again.
Tell me about the...
Since you are not yet a member of our community...
I don't know if we run through this already or not.
Of course. But I shall tell you what I may.
Who are the members of the Ring of Water, then?
I cannot tell you that until you join the ring. But you will certainly have met some of them by that time.
Yeah, so this is mostly useless. We already know most of it. So, we can try talking to Hakon. Maybe he'll be happy that Joe is back. Then we can sleep until midnight. Then we beat up Valentino. That's the plan.
Who says things like that? Don't say. I can't
I
take
am
care of
Hakon,
everything for
the
everybody.
weapons.
Oh, we haven't met.
Every man should carry a weapon these days, especially when venturing outside of the city walls.
Really? How interesting. He can't keep anything to himself.
Wait, I'm pretty sure we did.
That's an open secret.
Everybody knows.
Huh.
Tell me more about the area around the city.
It's gotten too dangerous out there. Because of the bandits, for one thing. And also on account of wild beasts. Even the animals don't seem to get enough to eat in these crappy times. They're venturing closer to the city all the time.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Do you know anything about the Paladins?
Yes. Those guys are ruining my business. All you can buy in this entire town is a short sword at most. They've helped themselves to anything that's longer than 1.5 feet. In return, I now get to live in the hotel free of charge.
Where do you get your weapons from?
Harad the smith has been my supplier up to now. Now all he does is make stuff for the Paladins. He works for those guys day and night like a madman, without pay. He thinks it's his duty. All I can offer you now is my remaining stock.
He can't keep anything to himself.
What do you know about the disappearances of the citizens of Corinus?
I have seen many pass through the eastern city gate. Some of those who came I had never seen before in my life. And many of those who went out never came back. But what happened the other day was really quite strange. There was this fellow who came here. I think his name is Joe. He bragged that he would soon come into some serious money. He claimed that he knew how to get into one of the city towers, where the militia keep their arms. I haven't seen him since, even though I used to bump into him around the same time every day. I reported this to the militia. I thought that maybe he had been caught and thrown into the dungeon. But Lord Andre had no idea what I was talking about. He didn't even know the fella.
Can't we... Really? Ah, no.
Harad told me about the attack by bandits.
Oh? And?
He'll give me his approval to be accepted as an apprentice if I hunt down the bandits.
Good old Harad. That must be his way of saying he's sorry that he can't produce any weapons for me at the moment.
What do you know about the bandits?
What do I know about them? They robbed me on my way to the city, and I'm not the only one. They've been up to their tricks for quite a while. The militia tried to track them down, but without any success.
Someone's got to do the work.
Oh, boy.
Do you know who in the militia took part in the search?
The fellow's name is Pablo. He and a few others went looking for the bandits, but they didn't find them.
Do you know where I can find Pablo?
He patrols around the city. You'll find him either at the Temple Square or in the lower part of town.
Where did they hold you up?
Near Akil's farm. Just go out of the city gate from here. Follow the road to the right. After a while, you'll get to a few steps. The bastards came from there. I bet they have their hideout back there in the woods.
I'll deal with it.
What? You want to take on the bandits? By yourself? You're quite a good fighter, huh?
How much is the matter worth to you?
You want to get in Harad's good books, don't you? I don't think I should have to pay you for this.
Show me your wares.
Wow, what you got? The judge's stuff would have been nice, but it won't be anymore. And that's about it. Oh well. Yeah, if I got my hands on the judge's staff, I could have got much more two-handed skill and things would have been a lot smoother than they currently are. But this is still salvageable, I believe, as long as we get to a decent level before we enter chapter 2, 3 and 4 and so on. We just need XP. For that we need to be able to clear the woods and different areas, and for that we need fighting. Soon enough. I think we'll get to the next level by ourselves, then with the help of Lares, we should get the next one fairly easily. And now that we've slept until midnight, I can go visit Valentino, although I don't know, I might check if he is alone at any point. Because we need him alone. No guards, that's for sure. At most, like a citizen or two. With the Oblivion spell. There he is. Yep, there are a few people there's Valentino, and a citizen. So let me quickly pull up the Polish wiki, the best source of all Gothic knowledge. Unless the Russians have a better one, but they probably have it written in Cyrillic and I can't read that. He is level 10? Jeez. Okay.
That was no big deal.
So up until 4 AM, he sits here. And then from 4 to 10, he... let's save and beat him near all the people. Hopefully they won't scream for the guards.
Hey, you!
Been there, done that.
Well, what have we here?
Have you no manners? That's disgusting. Oh, is this filthy rabble. Haven't you a job where you ought to be? But I suppose no one would miss a down-at-heel fellow like you, hey? Well, if you had as much gold as I do, you wouldn't have to work either. But you'll never be that rich.
I see I'm gonna have lots of fun with you.
But that's terrible.
I asked you who you are.
I am Valentino, the handsome, bon vivant and ladies' man. Poor in cares, rich in wisdom and gold, and the women throw themselves at me. If you have problems, keep them. I don't need them.
Do you have anything else to tell me?
Make yourself popular, never promise anything to anyone, take what you can, and watch out that you don't get into a quarrel with the militia. Or with jealous husbands, of course. They're the worst, let me tell you.
Looks like I'm gonna have to teach you some manners.
Doesn't matter to me. Thrash me all you want. When I get up tomorrow, I'll be fine again. But you'll have to run around with that mug of yours for life.
And he works all day too.
Oh, Regis came in. Regis shouldn't mind if we beat this guy up. Oh, he can fight. Unfortunately, he can fight.
Not bad.
Yeah. I hate it when they block. I honestly didn't expect him to fight that well. No? I just jumped through all this dialogue. Ah, there we go. Pop and block. It's the way to go.
Everybody knows by now.
I'm not touching that.
My God, how brutal.
That's what I've always said.
And now, the 200 gold is nice, but his chest key is going to be pretty important. Oh, and Regis didn't come in yet. So now we need to test the Oblivion spell out. Either on him, or the citizen, or on the citizen that saw him getting beat up.
Wait a minute.
Leave me alone, you filthy brute. Wait until Lord Andre hears of this.
Aha.
He'd better shut up.
Hey.
See, he's fine.
Leave me alone. You wait until.
Yeah, but this citizen will make us pay,
you.
unfortunately. Okay, now. Wait, wasn't he supposed to have a ring?
I met Valentino.
And?
I gave him a sound beating.
He deserved it. Here. I found this ring on him when our little disagreement had been settled. You're welcome to pass it on to the next person who beats him up.
You don't say.
It's like a tradition, huh? Beating up Valentino.
Valentino was unable to pay his bar tab last night. He was blathering something about having been robbed and paying me later. Really?
And what did you do?
Well, I gave him a good thrashing. What else?
What else? Is the ring nice? Is 3 weapon protection. Here you go, Koragon. You're the next person to beat him up, right?
Here, take this ring.
What? Oh, I don't understand.
It used to belong to Valentino. You're welcome to pass it on to the next person who tans his hide.
Can't go on like this forever.
Nice. Well, unfortunately, now we have to go and
Hardly know what to believe anymore.
deal with Lord Andre. We have the gold for it, and only one person saw it. Oh, before we do,
I'm no better off myself.
just in case it screws anything up, let's go and talk to Ignaz. We finally got that level up. 4,000 XP for the next one. That's a lot. That's toughy. But maybe with 29% in two-handed, we will... Hopefully it'll be enough to smack some fools. Oh, and I forgot about the inner statue. 4k XP should be attainable. It adds up surprisingly quickly. Oh, and I can use your alchemist bench.
Damn it, what's up?
I'll first check if the quest worked.
I used the spell
There we go.
Fine, fine. And were you successful?
Yes, it worked.
Excellent. One small success for science, but a big one for me. Now, I can use my time to instruct you in the arts of alchemy. I could also give you some useful things if you want.
Thank you. But I want weed. Do I seriously need to make them one by one? I have 5 stalks of swamp weed. And I have 8 swamp weed to make. Okay, this will take a while. And I'll try and find 2 more. We have 15. I think Cypher wanted 10, but at most 15. I don't remember. I don't remember how many exactly he wanted, though, you know, just to be sure. Oh man, I'm really hungry. We'll wrap up all the leftover quests and I'll call it a day. Go make those burritos. So, next up, I think her name was Edda. Yeah?
Could you cook me some soup?
Nothing could be simpler. Here, have a plate.
He doesn't actually want the statue. Maybe I need someone to tell me that someone stole it from her, but I don't know. So can I do anything else right now? I don't think so. So let's sleep until day. And go deal with Lord Andre. And also get 10% in two-handed. Sounds like a plan.
But he knew that all along.
And it's going to get even worse.
It was just like you said.
I am wondering though, could we beat up Lamar? I think he's technically off the port side of town.
I never knew that.
Really? How interesting.
So I may
Do you really
not even need to pay Andre after I beat Lamar, but again, Lamar is a stronger fighter. Do I have any scrolls that I could use in combat? No, I don't have any left. That's an issue. But here goes. This is Wulfgar. he teaches us how to fight. And if you come to him at like 5 AM, he is here alone and he gives you a couple % in one-handed. So if you're going for that...
It is one thing if you brawl with the rabble in the harbor, but when you attack citizens or the king's soldiers, I must bring you to justice. If I let you get away with it, soon everyone here will do whatever he wishes. So, you will pay an appropriate penalty, and the matter will be forgotten.
How much?
50 gold pieces.
That's nothing.
I want to pay the penalty.
Good. I shall see to it that everyone in the city learns of it. That will restore your reputation to some degree.
I don't believe we've talked, right? But he doesn't have much dialogue. This we cannot do, because this screws up a different questline. This we don't want to do. Just because not. This is pointless. This is also kind of pointless, and maybe this will tell me
those
something.
Missing people.
Just leave me alone with that. I've got other problems.
Okay. Wolfgarden. Save.
Hey, you! How's your duty?
Oh, these boys swing their swords like farmers, but when I'm done with them, every single one of them will be a tough, hard bastard.
Can you also train me in sword fighting?
Lord Andre has ordered that we train everyone who is in a position to defend the city. But that's only true for combat training. All other kinds of training are reserved for the militia. Can you at least halfway handle a weapon?
I think so.
All right, you can start when you're ready.
Yeah, we asked about this. We asked Cord about this.
Let's begin with the training.
So, two-handed weapons. Yep. Go. And now I should probably get used to swinging this slow thing. Wait, oh, there it is. Yeah. At least we have about 1/3 of a chance to hit with it, so... should be overall better than the sword. Right now, fights I think will be a little bit more RNG based than they were with the Wolf's Tooth. Simply because with that I had some speed. I could interrupt enemy attacks and all that. With this, it's I either hit or die.
What are you doing here?
I'm training the boys to use a crossbow and help them become a little more dexterous.
Could you train me?
No, I only train the men in the service of the king, nobody else. But we can always use good people, so if you want to join the militia, go talk to Lord Andre.
Well, with that, next time we'll go with Flores on an expedition. Should be pretty fun. But now, yeah, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you had fun. I did. Hope you have a great day. And hope to see you again, as usual. So yeah, take care and bye-bye.